Machine Repeat uses industry-leading digital marketing to move your inventory. Get more from your marketing dollar with machinerepeat.com.
Well, I think it was a matter of I try to teach our salespeople those same values. I go to other places sometimes. I'm not going to say the dealers, but I go to other places and it's like, this is what I got. Do you want to buy it? And I think you got to make people feel warm and fuzzy inside that they made the right decision. Obviously, we did tons of advertising. To me, advertising is just an extra salesperson, and I think I got like 6 of them. We spend more on advertising per size of dealership, I think, than most dealerships in the country. We're fortunate because some of our television advertising is relatively inexpensive compared to if I were in Dallas. I couldn't afford to do what I've done. So we've been fortunate in that standpoint. But I try to look at each type of buyer out there. I do a lot of analytics as far as thinking. I look at the different type of buyers I've got. First of all, television promotes the brand and the dealership. Then I do price point advertising to attract the people that are looking at pricing. Everybody's biased for a different reason. So you always try to outthink or think in advance of what everybody out there might be interested in. If it's price, if it's benefits, if it's ability to lift, the lift capacity of a tractor. I'm not sure there's a set thing. It's a combination of everything. You got to think about your whole market and how to attract them. But mostly it's been advertising, and then once they get here, is to make them feel comfortable and put them with a product that they actually need. Not something that I want to sell. I have people come in all the time and say, yeah, I just bought 20 acres and I need a 65 horse tractor. And I said, why? Well, I'm on brush hogging. And then my friend told me I need a 65 horse tractor. Let's talk about it, But maybe you don't need a 65 horse tractor for 20 acres if you're not planning on buying more land or whatever the case may be. So you got to fact find. You got to find out what their goals are, where they plan to be in the next 10 years, and all those things, because those are all factors on what we recommend. And so if we recommend the right thing and they feel comfortable with it, they get home and it works. And then if they have a problem, we fix it quickly. If we do all those things, then you get word of mouth advertising, and there's nothing better than that, and nothing worse. So you got to be careful. I don't go to agencies. We're fortunate too that I've spent 30-something years in advertising, from corporate advertising down to a plumber working out of his home. So I've made over 20,000 sales calls in my previous life, sales closes. And so I worked with Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages for 17 years back in the 70s and 80s. And so we had made 4 closes a day. And I've got to meet every type of business you can imagine. And then I was in corporate sales for a major advertising company. And so national sales. So, I've done all that. I've looked at demographics. We base advertising on demographics around a particular store, what to put in that advertising based on that particular store. So I've been able to analyze, that kind of thing. So I try to figure out who our customers are, what they're interested in. And it gets kind of hard after a while, because after a while you've got to come up with new ideas, And then I think we've awakened a couple of sleeping giants, and they're advertising quite a bit now too. So it's getting more competitive. So it puts more burden on me of figuring out the best way to reach our customers. Absolutely, every penny I can get, and I beg for more. And I try to get it from other vendors, and most of them don't have it, but Mans have been real gracious, and obviously they want us to sell tractors, and they realize that advertising works, and they promote that. And so I take advantage of that. I'm not lazy about advertising. That's my function, sales and advertising.